Hi YouTube, this is Eric. Today we'll be talking about the test and review of the Greenworks 80 volt 22-inch snowblower. So today I'm going to be talking about the things that I questioned as I looked into the snowblower, trying to buy one. Does it work? Why should I go electric? And is it good for heavy snow regions, northern states? Is it worth the high cost? And how long would it last? And so those are the things that I ask myself. For example, if I buy a gas snowblower, I know that every time I put gas in it, I can run it for an hour before it runs out, whether it's today, 2022, 2023, or 2025, as long as I take care of it. You put gas in it, it'll keep running, life is good. EV has got issues as batteries have degradation over time, and that's a risk that you have to think about, how much it costs to replace batteries. I do have a lot of hand tools I use, Makitas, and a lot of trimmers and blowers and whatnot, and I love them. I'll tell you the pros. I love this thing. It's really lightweight. It's easy to tilt, turn, and move. I've used a big 2-stage and 3-stage snow blowers in past life, and I hate them. They're too heavy. It's exhausting, especially if you have uneven concrete or you have a slope or whatever. Low noise. You'll see I'll probably lower the voice or the sound of the video just so you can hear me speaking, but it's not bad. I didn't mind it at all. No exhaust fumes. You just push the button, hold the lever, boom, off you go, and it starts blowing snow. So that's pretty sweet. Lightweight in the fact that I can have my 15-year-old son use it. I can have my girlfriend use it on the driveway when I'm not here, and I'm not having to worry about them knowing how to start a gas motor and use the choke and whatnot. Safe and easy to use. I think it's safe. Once you let go of the handle, stops. I don't see any risk from that unit. And the fact that it's the future. Everything is going to go to rechargeable tools. Just for that, just makes sense. They're quiet, they're nice, less moving parts, no oils. You don't have to worry about carburetor getting clogged up as you forget to drain the fuel out of the tank over the the summer. So I'm all in for that. Now the cons. Limited power. You can see in the video, one thing that I didn't like, it was the amount of energy in some areas I had to put in to push it. And also the snow was not blowing very far. Matter of fact, there was slight wind when I come back. The snow blows back in my face. I don't know if that would change a lot. If I have a smaller 8 or 10 inch, let's say Toro snow blower, gas one. It throws the snow pretty good, but there's a lot of it that goes right back into your face. And in some areas where it was windy and there was pine cones or some small branches that are in the snow, I can hear it kind of bog down and choke, and I had to kind of push it through to get it going. So that's something that I thought it'd be easy. It's nice. You can see how it cleans up the driveway. That's a pretty good job compared to using a shovel, let's say. But it's still, I'm thinking, what happens if there's like 8 or 10 inches of snow? What happens if the snow was wet? It was really cold. I think it was like negative, 10 degrees or whatever that day when we had this blizzard. And so the snow was really fine powder, and it was still struggling. On the edges, it was struggling. I had to kind of force it, push it. Pretty much after I was done, I was super exhausted. To do the driveway. The other thing is the work time. I was out there, felt like it was 15-20 minutes, and the unit died on me. So I couldn't even finish my driveway, which is not cool, because the challenge is that if the battery dies, and then you have to go back inside and charge it. Now you have to take your clothes, take everything off, try to warm up, get back in, and then you have to wait for it to charge, which takes 2-3 hours, and you go back out again. This one has got the 2 large batteries in it, and I was really hoping that this thing will survive on this, 3 to 4 inches of snow, light snow. it can do my driveway and not die in the process. So that's something I'm not crazy about. And the fact that a lot of areas I had to kind of push it super hard to just get it to get going. You know, what happens when there's a lot more snow, or like I said, a wet snow, or when I get close to the driveway when the plow trucks come through, I can see this thing choking and not being able to go. And also, as you push it hard, I think it's overloading the motor, and therefore it's killing your battery's charge a lot sooner. So it's something to have to consider. And this is out of the box, brand new. I let the batteries charge. They were all green. So it's not like they were undercharged. As you can see, my driveway is brand new, so there's no struggles or you know, having to go through cracks or dips into the pavement or concrete. So I'd say it was really ideal condition as far as the thickness of the snow, and I'm okay with it. This thing, if it worked and was able to plow the snow with this 3-4 inches, you know what? I'll make it work when it gets thick snow. I might have to push harder, or I don't know. You won't be able to use this when the snow is thicker than that. I can see that being a problem. You're not able to see how hard I'm pushing in some areas, but towards the end of the video, you see the unit. Actually, I'm kind of have to pull back and keep pushing it because I think there was like a little hard snow on top of the at the top from being so cold. But again, a snowblower should be able to do that. At that price range, I think everything out the door is about $860 at Costco. And if I would go out and buy a 2-row professional, I think they have one that's commercial grade, like a CO. Initial next to the model number is 821 or something. Similar price, $850, and we'll be able. You can see right there. I'm having to kind of force it because I think there were some pine needles in the driveway, and the snow got on top of it. So if this thing can choke on some pine needles and 4 inches of snow, what is it going to do? And two, if it dies in the process, now it's inconvenient. Let's say if I have to get up early, do this, and go to work. No, I can't do my half driveway. And two, I'm a big guy. I can push this thing. You can see the struggle. What happens if my son, 110 pounds, 120 pounds, trying to push this thing? He won't be able to go very far. So to add to that, like I said, I still would have probably found a way to make it work. And the problem is, once I took it in the garage, plugged the batteries in, they were dead. Of course, they didn't tell me. I mean, it went like I was running, and then all of a sudden it was dead, which is not cool. I wish it gave me like some kind of a warning. Hey, you have 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or something left, or you have a charge level that's kind of dwindling, so you kind of know what, maybe focus on areas that you want to take care of before you die, which is kind of leaves you hanging if you're doing half of your driveway. Anyway, I think there's some things that they can improve in this unit to help at least give the operator some feedback of what's going on with the energy or with the batteries. And so I plugged the batteries in, I go inside, I came back out the next day around lunchtime and over the weekend, and the batteries are running full blast. You can hear the fans charging, and I'm like, this is weird. This should already charged and shut off and went to a sleep mode. And I go out, and one of the batteries got a red light on it. The other battery was fully charged to green. So that tells me one battery just kicked the bucket. I unplugged it, plugged it back again. It still did the same thing. So given the fact that the unit struggled to operate, took a lot of energy to push through some pine needles and some hard snow, and the fact that the unit died on me halfway through my driveway, shouldn't say halfway, I was able to get about 3/4 of it done, if you see it in the video. And the last one is the dead battery. So think about this. I just bought this unit, I used it for the first time, the battery dies. That's not really a good sign. What happens when 6 months from now, or what happens when I use this for this winter, store it, bring it out next year, and I go to chargers and the batteries are dead? How much are those batteries going to cost? I know my cordless drill batteries are $200 for two 18-volt little 5 amp batteries. These things are monsters. How much are those batteries going to cost? Do I have to go out and fork out another $300 $400 for new batteries. Not cool. The challenge is, again, the risk, not knowing how long these batteries will last, not being able to run for long enough to do a driveway or do thick or wet snow. I'm now actually back to, I spent like the last 4 months researching gas. Should I go with gas? Because I had, like I said, I had a bigger one I didn't like. I wanted to go with a small one. My neighbor's telling me, now you're going to struggle with the small gas ones. And I did the electric to see if that option would work. So again, if I think about this, I'm going to go back to gas because gas is safe. Gas is safe right now. I hate it. Trust me, and I'm sure, I don't know if the Greenworks people will watch this video or not. I'm all in. I do EV for a living, so I'm 100% pro EV and sustainable, tools and equipment for the future. I hope that they find a way to, one, improve the battery size, improve the performance, operator feedback, and be able to make the end user, somebody that's purchasing something close to $1,000, to feel confident that this equipment is going to be good for the next 5 years, and there's, a path to making this technology successful. So unfortunately, back on the search again, trying to find a good solution that can do my current house, and the fact that I'm thinking about moving in a year or two. So I'm sitting there thinking, okay, well, I buy this, maybe it's good for this. But what happens if I move to the next house and I got a longer driveway, bigger driveway, I have a climb, a hill that I have to go up or whatever. Now this thing is not good anymore. It's already struggling. So that's stuff to think about. I know that's not everybody's challenge. Some people might have a small driveway. You might get 5 to 6, 8 inches a year. You're perfectly fine. You just have to take the risk, maybe buy the extended warranty from Costco or whoever you buy it from. And at least you know that you're protected on the batteries. I think that's the most cost. Electric motor should be fine. Like I said, I like the unit. It's lightweight. It's easy to use. And it's somewhat fun if you get it to push through the snow. So anyway, the unit, my update is I returned the unit back to the store, and I'm going to try to find another solution to get me through this winter. So again, thank you for watching the video. This is really just feedback and review because I watch videos on YouTube trying to figure out if these electric snow blowers are any good. And watching the videos, man, they look like they chopped through some snow and with no issues. Well, of course, they're small driveways. I have a decent sized driveway, and maybe the cold weather impacted the unit, and I don't know why the battery went bad. But there's some things that hopefully can be improved over time, and this could be a good option for people that don't have bigger driveway or high snow, accumulation during the winter. So hopefully you find this video beneficial and you learn something from it. Appreciate you clicking on the video, and hopefully it'll help you make a decision. Thanks.